Hello everyone and welcome to Padawan Unlimited. I am Gil here live or on site for day one of the first ever Sector Qualifier here in Milan, Italy. It has been a pretty wild morning, and here's what I mean. So when you go into the facility, there's actually no signs. So you have to just assume where you're coming from, like around the park is the actual facility. A couple things were actually missing from the event. So, and what I mean by that is that they actually did not have all the materials, all the prizing and promotional stuff necessary for the tournament. So, for example, they're missing, if you're VIP, they're missing the Obi-Wan alternate art, they're missing the initiative, they're missing all the game mats for everything, actually. So that's a significant miss, I think, in regards to this tournament. Everything has to be shipped, so they actually have like a QR code set up. You have to put in all your additional information, email, address, and they're going to ship to you whenever. So we'll see what happens. What they did provide, at least for now, is they do have all the prize wall stuff. They have some of the prize wall stuff. So they have the cards I want to show you here: the Red 3, Akbar, Agent Callus, Chewbacca, and Han Solo. So they do have, this card looks good, by the way. I don't know if you can see it. So this, tournament is relatively well organized, but I will say that the space itself has not really been really good. And here's what I mean. They actually have only one bathroom for a facility for like 500 dudes. You have to go to another building, and it was like a mystery that even existed in order to have a semblance of enough facilities. They actually had to make an announcement after round one for people to stop urinating in the bushes outside. I think that's just a lesson learned. Kind of a cluster in that sense. They also, which is unique to the tournament, they changed some of the rules. Not rules, but like how things are organized the day of. And here's what I mean. So when everyone walks in, everyone got a seat after they got paired, and then they started making general announcements. Those announcements indicated that instead of being advertised, if you go X2, you go to day 2, you have to actually get 21 match points. 21 match points, which with 9 rounds, that means you have to win 7 times, or you can win 6 times and have 3 draws, and you can make it to round 2. So that's very different, because I guess people could have gamed the system in that sense. It would have been, you could go 0, 2, and 6 or something like that, and you could have made it to round 2, and that would be a really bad record, but technically still good enough to get in. And then they also have a lunch, which I didn't necessarily expect. They didn't talk about that right at the beginning of the event. They actually said it like halfway through game 2 or something, that they have like a 30-minute lunch break after round 3. Starting at 1 p.m., that is when all the side events are going to start playing, are going on, and I'm excited about that. And what I will say is that so far the tournament has been really exciting. Yeah, super exciting, but I think they could do a lot better. I mean, some of this is just basic stuff, right? You should have all the prize materials for your prize wall in country, so that you also save on shipping costs. People come here for a lot of the promotional stuff. That's what I think anyway. Hopefully they do better for the future sectors, qualifiers, and regionals and galactic championship. I mean, I hope and pray. And that's it for now. I will do a couple videos to show you what the facility looks like, and maybe the prize wall board, and then we'll go from there. Hello everyone, this is Gil checking in at the end of a really long day of Star Wars Unlimited. This is, again, the end of day 1 for the Milan Sector Qualifiers, the first ever Sector Qualifiers for this trading card game, and I wanted to give a brief update of what the afternoon looked like, as well as a meta breakdown after round 9 and kind of going into day 2. So last update I gave was that there was going to be a brief lunch, and then I thought that we were going to have the side event start after that, but they actually did it after round 4. So lunch started around ended around 1. They did round 4, and then it was scheduled to have a 2 p.m. start or 1400 start for all the side events and the Premier Cup, which is a mini event for best of 3 for 4 rounds. Unfortunately, they started late. They started around 2:30, 2:45, which meant that it ate into time for all the other events. And this is important because if you think you can get all the tickets you need right away to get the prize wall stuff, you won't be able to, especially if they run out of time. Because I found out afterwards as well that they were gonna start turning, like, stop firing events like an hour or so, or way before the end of round 9, because they had to get everyone out of the facility. So I did the first couple of rounds of the tournament, and then took a break, signed up for the Premier Cup, which is 4 rounds. And then right after that, which I did well in, I actually did 3-1. The only loss was to someone who was at the top table for round 4. I signed up for constructed event, and then 5 minutes later, told it was canceled, which is unfortunate because even now, that was with a 3-1 record, you get 1,200 prize wall tickets. I got 300 tickets just for being the event, and they only gave us 300 because they messed up the pricing and they don't have any game mats and stuff, so they gave everyone a little extra. And so that means I have 1,500, which is still not enough for a game mat. That is crazy because the game mat is 2,000 tickets, which is pretty wild to think about. Because even if you go to day 2, right, you have to, if you want all the mats, which there's like 2 or 3 of them, you need to have 6,000 tickets, and you're not gonna have enough time unless you think you can 4-0 every single event that's there. And even the smaller events, like the best of 1 constructed events, are best of 1, and you only get 300 tickets, I think. Something not really worth it, or really, really low conversion rate, I'll say. So if you're more on the collector side, plan accordingly. And that's why I'm telling you this, because also maybe some good feedback we should give to FFG is that they need to be a little bit more rigid with the time frames, because if people want to grind out for the wall prizes, they're not going to be able to, and that's unfortunate. But anyway, aside from that, the actual event was really fun, and you got to meet some of the people you might not have met because they've been playing at the main event. It was really, really fun. The next thing I want to talk about is just a brief update on the meta. So I, at the start of round 9, I counted the top 50-ish, 52 decks, and I saw that there were 24 Djangos, 10 Quinlans, 8 Hans, 4 Emperor Palpatines, 2 Cads, 1 Kira, 1 Piet, 1 Han 4, a Bosk Blue, and then a couple unknown decks that I didn't really know what they were about. And I think they might have intentionally drew. This is very interesting because it shows that Django at the top, for the people at the top records, is around 50% of the meta. So 50% of the top 50-ish. It's because they had 24 Djangos. And then I just got some reporting just now that of the top 47 players for day 2, so this is the end of round 9. Shout out to Garbage Rollers, Inception at Garbage Rollers, for sharing this information. There was 21 Djangos, so very static in terms of performance. 10 Quinlans, so they are staying up top. There's 4 Hans, so you drop there. Han 1 green, Boss Blue, 2 Cad Reds, Sabine CL, 1 Palp Blue, 1 Obi-Wan green. Shout out to my boy Obi for getting to day 2 with Obi green, 1 Anakin blue, 1 Piet yellow, 1 Luke green, 1 Palp yellow, and again an unknown. So aside from the Djangos of the top 47 players at the for day 2, 21, again, a little less than 50% is still Django, still strong, but there's a wide variety of other decks that are creeping up. So that's really good in that sense of the variety, but it's unfortunate that there are that many top Django players. So I say this, again, as you're planning for your sector qualifiers, your regionals that are coming up over the next couple months, the PQs, watch out for Django, make sure you tool against him. And with that, I'm going to, well, you know what, before that, I'm also, just a quick reminder, just a quick note, I have a lot of like notes or a lot of other videos of like little clips throughout the day of things you might want to see. So stay, fill into the chapter that you might want to see if you are so interested. If not, until next time, may the force be with you. So I did find out that they do have some things. Here are the promo cards that are available for your prize wall as well as VIP, and also playing in certain events. They also give you an aspect token right here. This one you get villainy, and they do have the tote bag.
with Kylo Ren reaching out his hand to you. Unfortunately, like I mentioned before, they are missing a lot of the pricing and also some of the materials. They don't have any of the playmats, for example. And if you're a VIP, they're also missing a lot of stuff. So that's going to get shipped to us at whenever that's available. But I wanted to give you all a look at what's available now.
All right, everybody, I just want to share with you what the area looks like now that it's kind of full up. I'm starting here actually because I was wrong. Yesterday I thought that this was going to be where the prize wall is, but actually it is where l'Emporio dell'Avventuriero, I probably pronounced that wrong, is being held. They have a variety of Star Wars products, lots of cards. You can see all the binders in Italiano as well as English, and then they have cards up top as well as some really cool like helmets and stuff, memorabilia, and Shatterpoint, which if you play Shatterpoint, that's great. Just wanted to share what this looks like because they're really well organized and they have a lot of good stuff. And then when I was like, hi, hello. And look at that Stormtrooper outfit. So really, really cool stuff. I'm just gonna do a pano across the side here. Yeah, and then I just want to share what it looks like here. Also, I want to show Galactus games. So your cards here. They have a full facility. They have all their materials now. Yesterday, I kind of showed you what the space looked like when it was empty, but they have a ton of cards in a variety of languages. Obviously, very well stocked. When you pan up here, they still have materials from yesterday in terms of all the cards, for example, and they even have showcases. So I just want to show you what the displays look like. It's really, really nice. They also buy cards. I saw someone selling some showcases to them the other side on the other time, or selling showcases to them earlier today. So they do have a lot of stuff, materials. And then, so look at that. Look at that wide selection. That's awesome. So now that we're in the second half of the afternoon, actually after round 7, side events have been started to play. This actually started after round 4, after the lunch. There are a variety of events, side events that can be held, and it's on this board that kind of rotates around. It's pretty cool. As you can see here, this is the station that they do it. If you look at the bottom here, on the bottom left of the screen, they actually have pagers and beepers, so that when you are part of a pod, they will call you all at the same time, which is really good in terms of organization. And then this is the hall on the side. On the left-hand side is where the Sector Cup is going to be. Let me take a second. That is tabled around. You are now at overtime. And then, when you see here, you see this is where all the pods actually are. So constructed, draft, twin suns. It's literally on the other side of the hall. And if I pan around here, you'll see. There you go. So I wanted to show what this looks like. So this is what happens when you sign up for one of the side events. I got this for the constructed one. It's a beeper. So if you're anywhere near the facility, you'll get called, which I think is great in terms of organization. I've been to a lot of events where they kind of just have you wait in a holding area without any notifications. Sometimes people walk off. So this is good. Just want to show this. It's pretty cool. And here are all the game tables fully stocked with all the people you can imagine. At the top left over there, by the way, is the one bathroom. Look at that. For all of these people, look at them. So well organized, so conscious of what they're trying to do. It's really cool to see everyone so locked in when it comes to the game. And we'll go across here. Look at that. Beautiful.